Alright guys, what's going on? Today I'm going to be working on the Duramax again. Haven't really been working on it much. I've been on vacation, but I'm back and I'm ready to get some stuff done. The first thing that I'm going to do today, well tonight, the day's pretty much over, is I'm going to fix the paint on all the mirrors. Because, as you can tell, right there's a nice goober taken out of the paint, and I think, well, not think, I know what I'm actually going to do is all the black I'm going to make white. So it's going to be all color matched. I'm going to eventually get clears for these. I don't really like the orange, as you can tell, because I got the complete clear headlights. The all clear and the white just looks really good. So I'm going to start. First thing I have to do is I have to feather this out. You can't paint over it like that. It'll really show through. You gotta feather it out and make it more gradual. So then I'm gonna scuff up the rest of the clear coat and then I'll get this stuff prepped. All right, so here is the passenger side mirror that I already took the caps off of. I took the caps off and I'm gonna kind of disassemble everything so that I don't miss anything. So you can't see the black with the white because it'll be very noticeable. I'm going to take these apart, I believe. Obviously take them off the truck. Take these off. I didn't do that side yet because I have to sand it, and it's easier to sand it when it's on the actual mirror and on the truck. And then, unfortunately, this is what I had to go with. The dopey color, dopely color, I don't know what you call it, but yeah, this stuff's usually pretty good as far as paint matching GM colors. I would definitely prefer to spray these with an actual air gun, the compressor, and like PPG paint was what I normally do for painting stuff, but it's Memorial or the Labor Day weekend and the paint shop was closed, so I was like, this is a small enough project that I'll just get the stuff that I need to do this with a rattle can. And I'm going to show you how you can really get good results with a rattle can job if you just do the right prep and take your time with it. And then I also use this on any bare plastic that I'm painting on. This is adhesion promoter, and it helps get the primer coat or the first layer of base coat to stick really good. And then hopefully this is enough, but I have this 2K clear that works really good. I only have one can of it, but it's got a catalyst in it, so you have to break it. So it's like actually a 2-part clear versus this stuff. Hopefully I don't have to use this, but I got it just in case. I think with this, the stuff goes on pretty thick that I can get away with just doing 2 coats on the mirrors and it should be good. Alright, so I got this sanded down. As you can tell, the edges aren't as hard, and I have it kind of tapered out. So this is ready to go, sanding wise. There's nothing else on here that I need to sand really. Maybe that we can hit right now. And you want to get it feathered out, so when you paint it, it's not as noticeable. Okay, so that's good. See, I have that feathered out there. Nothing crazy. So I'm gonna get working on getting these caps pulled off. Already got this lower one pulled off. It was fine. And then I'm gonna get everything else disassembled. I'm not really gonna show you guys that because that stuff's boring. All right, so after quite some time, I finally got everything torn apart. These things were not fun to take apart. They're generally simple to take apart, but almost every single screw that I had to get off would strip out, or it would be so rusted in there that it'd be impossible to get out. I had to drill out a few of them. So I would say it probably took me close to 2 hours to completely disassemble these, which is kind of disappointing because I thought I'd be closer to painting right now. It's pretty late in the night, but I'm gonna try to keep going here. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm sanding down a lot of these textured pieces. As you can see, there's like texture to them, and if I don't sand this down, it's gonna look like orange peel, even though it's gonna be because of the texture. So I'm not gonna go super crazy with it. I'm just gonna, hit it with 600 with the DA and get it as flat as possible. I am spraying some primer over these, so hopefully that'll help fill in some of those low spots. But yeah, like things like this, I'm definitely gonna have to knock down to get flat. So that's what I'm gonna be working on for the next hour or so before I start to prep for paint. And I also decided that I'm only gonna do the 2 top caps of the mirror because these are fine. There's no point of scraping up the clear coat and sanding it down to just paint it again when they're fine. They're good enough. I think if I polish these, they'll be fine. But yeah, so I'm gonna keep going at it, and hopefully in the next hour or so, I'll be ready to paint. All right, so I got everything all cleaned up, washed off, hit it with the Dawn dish soap to get any wax and grease off. I got them hung up. It's very ghetto, but I think this will work for what we're going for. It'll look and work pretty good. So next what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit it with wax and grease remover. And then I'm gonna let that dry. And I'm gonna hit it with a tack rag. And then I'm gonna spray this adhesion promoter on it, and we should have some good results. Alright, so after the first coat of primer, it actually turned out pretty flat. I know it's hard to tell. my camera, but obviously not all this needs painting because there's caps that go over it. So I just focus on the spots that are really gonna actually be seen. So yeah, looks pretty good. These pieces, I just did these. So they look pretty flat. A little texture to them, but I'm not gonna put any primer on this, that's just wasting. I'm just going to hit these with base coat and then clear coat them, just like I do everything else here, except those, we're getting primer. All right, so I did the first and second coats of the base coat, and it turned out very good. It's really flat. It's better than I was expecting as far as the orange peel because of the texture of the paint. But yeah, for not having clear coat, I mean, you can see a little bit of orange peel, but I think that it looks really good. See, I have a small run there. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna hit it with one more quick coat, and then we'll move to clear coat, and we'll be done. This was the one that had the big mark in the middle of it that I sanded the whole way down. Can't even tell. Nice. All right, so my phone died, so I didn't really get to record a lot of the painting itself, but I got all the coats of clear coat done. I only did 2 because it looks so good and I don't want to risk getting any runs. I mean, for that being textured, that looks really good. Yeah, I mean, can't really beat it. I mean, I could definitely do better with a actual spray gun. Got a bug in it already, so I have to get some sanding done tomorrow once it's cured up, but looks really good. Nice and flat. And I noticed that, see, this isn't as flat, even as that. And these were sanded, but still look pretty good. I'll do some wet sand buffing and they'll be good. But yeah, I'm honestly impressed. I think the ticket really to get good results is the 2K clear that I used. This is what I used. It's a 2-part. I noticed if you get cheap clear coat, and you spray it over white, sometimes you'll get some yellowing. And like let's say I would do 3 coats of clear here. It would start to yellow, and I've ran into that before. And with this 2K clear, it always turns out really good. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty flat. It's got some orange peel to it, but I honestly don't mind it. It looks factory. Yeah. So I'll let these set up, and I will maybe try to put some of this stuff together tomorrow. I probably could, but if it's still a little tacky, I'm not even gonna risk it because this turned out so good and I don't want anything to happen to it. So I will show you guys what it looks like when it's when they're all completed, and then when they're on the truck, and I think it'll look really good. Looks pretty good. I mean, I don't think if I would have known there's a bug with there, I'd never be able to tell. But yeah, so I mean, overall, I would say that these things turned out about a 9 out of 10. I could definitely do better with an actual air spray gun, but the reason I'm saying 9 out of 10 is because of one, these I should have just painted them, but whatever, and two, that just bothers me a lot. I don't know, it's not even, it's like the interior parts that got overspray on it, so these were all apart when I sprayed it. And what happens is when I turn these, it rubs the paint off. So I don't know, I'm not gonna let it bother me. But overall, 9 out of 10. If someone painted these for me, you know, if I had somebody do it, I would definitely be happy. Obviously in a controlled environment, you wouldn't have as much dirt and stuff in the paint, but for this being, you know, just sprayed in my garage here, that I just kind of wetted down before I sprayed, there's no dirt besides that one bug in it. I mean, I think it's pretty impressive. So, you know, you can get good results with rattle cans. You just have to, you know, take your time, kind of know what you're doing, and it's all about prep. Because I think if I wouldn't have sanded these like I did, it wouldn't have turned out nearly as flat. Even though there is some orange peel, I don't mind that, but I mean, like this, that's pretty good for white. But alrighty, well, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully the next thing will be fenders sometime, or painting the bumper, or honestly, I'd be cool with just doing kind of some wheels and tires next. So you never know. I really don't know what I'm doing next. I do know we have some tint coming. That'll be here this weekend. And the front windshield is getting tinted as well. So, yep. So I'll see you guys in the next one.